What's going on, guys? Here's my lasting impressions landscaping. This is my final database project for ITS 346. My name is AJ Olson. So, a quick background: lasting impressions landscaping was founded in 2008 when I started mowing lawns for some extra money in high school. Wasn't really meant to go anywhere, but customers were impressed with consistent quality at a good price. Word spread around Chanhassen, Minnesota, and surrounding communities. Since then, my services have expanded from just mowing lawns to all sorts of services. My mission statement would be we strive here at Lasting Impressions Landscaping to be recognized by our clients, our employees, and experts in our industry as the best landscaping company in our market area. We look to enhance the beauty and value of every client's property while exceeding their expectations in every step of the way. I chose this company because I relate to it very closely, and this business model, success that can be had by mowing lawns and taking on landscaping projects and growing your business in that regard. I wanted to help show how keeping information organized can help keep accounts from falling through the cracks, making sure you're following up with customers, etc. Keeping clients happy is really important, and maintaining a strong relationship with them while doing quality work is the key to success. So services offered: lawn mowing, mowing, trimming with a weed whip, and then blowing with a blower pack. Hedge trimming in the bottom left here, just cleaning up bushes and hedges. Pool cleaning, this can be a seasonal thing where pool covers get taken off, and they don't have like the in-ground cleaner, so you have to go clean them and pour chemicals and stuff. And then just simple like getting leaves out. And then sidewalk cleaning with a pressure washer. This also applies to like sport courts and stuff like that that get seasonally cleaned. Fall cleanup, this is a really good way to make money. More services, basically just picking up leaves with the lawnmower and the blower pack. Party prep, basically come in, pull some weeds, make sure the property looks really nice for parties and stuff like that. Landscaping projects, this would just be all grass back here. And we would come in, the customer would tell us what they want, and we would come in and we would do all this. We would do the rock retaining wall, we would lay down poly to keep weeds from coming up, we'd rock all this, etc. Beach cleaning is one that we see quite often in Minnetonka and Eden Prairie, basically weeding, getting the weeds off the beach, stuff like that. And landscaping maintenance. This includes like mulch, edging replacement, planting shrubs and stuff like that. Although landscaping maintenance and landscaping projects are similar, they're different because the maintenance is, a 30-minute, ordeal, or a half-day deal, where a landscaping project may be a couple days. So coming into our first table, we have our customers table, account numbers on the left side, and then obviously change the names. So we have the first name, last name of the customer, their address, the city that they live in. I've changed the first name, last name, and address, but these are actually the right cities. City, state, zip code, and then services required. So this person wanted landscaping maintenance, lawn mowing, pool cleaning, and sidewalk cleaning every week or every other week. Then I also have included in here the lot size in acres and the account phone number affiliated with the account. This holds information pertaining to the customer's accounts, to basically keep all customer data all in one spot. The next table is the employees table. On the left, you see the employee ID, their name, phone number. This is an attached picture right here. This is where they live, city and state, how much they get paid, how much they work, and then weekly pay. Unfortunately, I couldn't stretch these out because then it wouldn't fit on the screen. But this is just basically the same deal as the customer table, but having all employee data all in one table. So employee account table is the basic conglomerate of the employee table and the customer table. You're going to have a customer account number on the left, where their account is located, city and state. And then you're going to have employee ID, so what employee works on what property, and then how much the account is worth, how much they owe us in total, how much they've paid us, and then what the ending balance that they still owe us after what they've paid. And then basically this is an important one because, if you're paying guys hourly, distance to accounts makes a whole lot of difference. You don't want to be taking on accounts 8 miles away. because you'll lose money. You'll pay for an hour in the truck for a guy. This just basically shows customer accounts and which employee works on each account. Purpose of this table is to have a customer account and employee data all in one place to keep track of what employees work on which account. So relationships, you see that they're all tied together. The account number is tied to the account number from the customer list to the employee account, and then employee list, employee ID is tied into the employee account as well. Basically just showing that all the information is kind of tied together. So it'll update all by itself. So the first query that I did is the customer list query. This query basically shows us all accounts that have a balance due of over $150. Basically, if someone owes you more than $150, you might want to contact them. That is why the account phone number is listed there, along with the account number and where the account's located, as well as the employee ID of the employee who works on it. Basically, anyone that owes you more than $150, you may want to get in contact with. So this is a good query to have constantly updating. The next query is lot size correlation. It's very simple. It's intended to show how lot size correlates with larger total amounts charged. As you can see, total amounts is listed in ascending order. So total amount due, obviously the first half, everything is for the most part under 2 acres, and the total amount is less than, for the most part, $150. And then everything, from 2 acres all the way up to, almost over 6. That's when those prices get up. You start throwing pool cleanings and stuff like that in there. Basically just to show how the correlation of larger lots means that you're going to make more money on the lot in the account. My crosstab query, this is the employee account crosstab, basically showing two things. It's showing total amounts charged for services for each of the cities, which is really good to see because it kind of helps you gauge, Wayzata, we're not making a whole lot off of the Wayzata account. So maybe we're going to focus in Minnetonka accounts because we're making $1,700 there. This also shows not only how well we're doing in particular cities, but also how the employees are doing, how much each employee is making. Employee number 21 is making $760, while employee 17 is making $1,800. So big difference there. It's good to kind of engage employee work ethic and work rate and stuff like that, how much money they're actually bringing in for the company. It's a good thing to kind of put on paper and realize. So moving on to forms, customer account master form. This master form is meant to show how customers, it's an easy to read case by case format. There's a sub form on the right side, which if you scroll down, you can see amount due, amount paid, and total amount. So that's also there as well. But this is just a good form to kind of click through if you want to, click through and kind of see like a broad scheme of everything. It's all kind of tied into one. It's just, it's a good place to find all the information that you need on the accounts. The next form is the employee account master form. This form is a simple master form meant to bridge the gap between the employees and their account. So, this is essentially a sub form of the first form. Basically, account number, where the account's located, what employee works there, monetary information for the account, how far the account is to drive, and it's in Minnetonka, Minnesota. So this is really good to know and good to see. It's meant to make it easy to sort through the account and employees that work on that account if you're just trying to click through real quick and see monetary value. Finally, we have the employee master form. This is just to keep track of the employees, keeping their information organized. A picture makes it really easy to identify if it's a new worker and stuff like that. Really just good to have all the information from employees all in one spot. The first report is the employee financial report, similar to the employee query. Basically, we're grouping by employee ID and then by city. So, this is just by employee ID, and then these are all their accounts right here. But they get grouped and you can kind of see very clearly, how much they're making on the accounts and how much is left to pay off on those accounts for each employee. So it's a good report to have and a good report to see. And this one I like because it actually goes into depth of which accounts they're actually taking on and how much each of those accounts cost. The next report is the city revenue report. This goes into detail on which cities we are making money on and how much money we're making in each city. On the left side, we have account number. It's sorted by what city, and this just shows us how much they're making per account and how much they're making total. Finally, the lot size correlation report. I think this ties in really well with the lot size correlation query. I think this is one of the most informative. Obviously, we're grouped by city and we are sorted in ascending order by lot size. And you can really see almost in every single case, if not, by a little bit, they definitely go up over the grand scheme of things as the lot size increases. So I think that's a really good way to show this. The account numbers given here as well as the balance still due and the total amount for all the accounts, and then as well the employee ID. So really awesome to show the lot size correlation. So here's the main menu navigation pane. This will come up right when you open up the database. Date up in the upper right hand corner, logo, main menu, title, lasting impressions landscaping, as well as navigation. You will see all the forms here, all the queries, and all the reports. They're all in read-only view. Obviously, this isn't how you would have it set up if you were using this in your company. I just put it that way so stuff doesn't get messed up for whatever reason. When I turned it in, there's also quitting access and the closing form on the bottom of the main menu. Super easy to navigate. You open this up and you gotta throw in a customer, a customer real quick. You can click on this, it'll take you right there, and you can punch in a new customer and add it to your customer account master form. So pros and cons. Some pros of this database would be having all the data in one place in regards to customer accounts. If anything comes up, you have phone numbers, addresses, what services you've done, everything's all in one place, and you can keep everything organized in that respect. Another pro would be usability and adaptability. As an entrepreneur, I think that this would have helped me out a lot when I was younger in the same field, trying to make money. And then I like how everything kind of self-updates. You don't need to go back in and do the math yourself. It'll all update because it's all connected. And I think one of the biggest pros would be having all the information in one spot. Writing customer account information down is a good start. When you get on a job, write it down in a notebook. But it gets so scattered. You got sloppy handwriting, yada, yada, yada. With corresponding employee data, helps to keep from losing information all in one spot. So some cons would be its inability to be transported easily, although, it's great to be able to put all this in. You're not going to whip out your computer and punch all this in sitting in the truck on an account. So it's a little bit hard to update a database in a vehicle. So I could see you getting behind in that respect. Another con would be time spent inputting data and dealing with potential coding problems. For me, I think that would be one of the biggest things. And then the final con would be that I would want to implement prices. I think I tried to do that for this database in order to produce more accurate total amounts for each account. For example, lawn mowing is $50 per acre, and then have that all be computed out, so it ends up spitting out your actual number. So that way you know what to charge every time without getting on a job and either getting hosed on a job because you underbid it or losing out because you overbid a job. So I think that would be a big thing to do, and then everything would be tied in together. So this is my works cited. Thank you very much for listening to my database assignment.